Hey, what's up? It's Matt Japan. Welcome back to my channel. And today, October 28th, here in Japan, is the official release of Transformers Earthspark, both the figures, the toys, and the cartoon itself. So yeah, a very different look here with the packaging. This comes in a sort of clear bubble packaging, very different from the Hasbro release that we saw in sort of the open box package. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the details of this Transformers Earthspark Bumblebee. All right, so as mentioned, yeah, a very different packaging. I was actually quite surprised at how different it was for the Takara Tomy release. So anyways, let's get up close here. At the top, you do have the Autobot logo up there. Transformers Earthspark basically says the same in Japanese there, Takara Tomy. And you do see him packed in vehicle mode, which is very rare. Again, the Hasbro release was packed in robot mode. And you do see Bumblebee there in the background there. You do have the Transformers logo down the side. And lots of Japanese. There you see product shots right on the front there. Vehicle mode, robot mode. It says basically transforms into a sports car. He has ESD-03, which is Earthspark Deluxe 03. Deluxe, it says in Japanese, Bumblebee. So yeah, a very, very different packaging. I really like the fact that they packed him in his alt mode. So it's product information on the back. On the bottom. Nothing much on the side. Again, a product shot there. Bumblebee in English. Vehicle mode, robot mode. Now on the back is where we see our official product shots. Again, much of the same, Transformers Earthspark. Again, that same blurb about he transforms into a sports car. It doesn't say the steps, it just says transform or transformation. There's a little blurb about Bumblebee, and there's the Transformers Earthspark cast. And it does have a little blurb about what Transformers Earthspark is all about. So yeah, without further ado, let's get this Transformers Earthspark Deluxe Class Bumblebee Takara Tomy release out of the box. See what he's all about. Okay, here we have Deluxe Class Earthspark Bumblebee out of the packaging. Before we take a look at his details and accessories, let's take a quick look at what comes in with the packaging here in the Japanese release. First of all, we have a little pamphlet here which shows the Earthspark lineup. Let's see here. It's double-sided here. So this side shows the Earthspark lineup. Spin Changer series, you have the Optimus Prime and the Bumblebee from the Spin Changer series. The other figures are the Deluxe Class Prime, Megatron, Bumblebee, Tyran Twitch, and the Swindle. Actually, those aren't the Deluxe Class, those are the little one-step changers. And then Deluxe Class are the Optimus Prime, Megatron, Bumblebee, and Tyran Twitch. So that is what that comes with, and it is double-sided on the back. It does have Rise of the Beast releases for October. You see Optimus Primal there. You have the Smash Changers again. I think this gets released today, which is the Weaponizer Air Razor. You have the Scourge. I think the Quick Change Scourge. These have been released before, the RC and the Cheetor. I think this gets released again today, which is the Optimus Prime and Lion. What does it say? Lion Blade. And then the Deluxe Class Mirage also gets released today. I think the Voyager class Rhinox as well gets released today as well. So tons of releases on this October 28th. So anyways, that is what it comes with. It also comes with the instructions, which are done very nicely in this sort of very cool sort of blue and dark blue. So you see the instructions there, and actually they're very, very big and actually very, very detailed. So there are the instructions transforming him from vehicle mode to robot mode. And they are just on one sheet of paper. The other side is just blank. So that is what it comes with. So yeah, let's pause and get into the details of this Earthspark vehicle mode. All right, Deluxe Class Bumblebee does come with one accessory, and it is his little blaster. And it's actually kind of cool. It actually does look like a face. It kind of looks like Bumblebee in robot mode. Kind of the eyes and the mask there. So, but it is just a it does have a 5mm port there, and it can be displayed in both modes. For the vehicle mode, there are two tabs there, and on the top there are two slots like that, so you can just kind of slot that in like so. I think it's not a very secure connection. Yeah, it is. You just gotta really kind of push it down. So there is the vehicle mode weapon storage there. So very cool. So taking that off now. First thing, God, that's tight. Okay, first thing I noticed, this has Sunstreaker Syndrome written all over it. You do see where the paint and the plastic differ. On the top, you get some nice, really bright yellow paint, but then you have this sort of dull plastic here, which just screams Sunstreaker from the Earthrise. Speaking of, I have him right here for a comparison. it's very similar to the yellow, but look at that. It's, you know, the same syndrome of that. You have the nice paint for here, and then just the plastic they use is awful. God, that looks really bad, actually. Sunstreaker does not get enough love. I love Sunstreaker as both a character and a toy. You know, he was one of my first Transformers, but God, they did him dirty. They really did him dirty on this car mode. So yeah, I'm afraid to say Bumblebee kind of suffers from that same Sunstreaker syndrome, I'll call it, which is very unfortunate. But anyways, a quick comparison there with Sunstreaker. So taking him out there and getting into the details. The wheels are very simple. They're just on pins here. Actually, they are on pins. They are kind of fat tires. There's some nice detail there, and they do roll, and I think he rolls pretty nicely. Yeah, so they are pinned wheels, so he does roll very nicely. You get the Autobot logo up on top. You get the nice black pinstriping down the middle. So you get that sort of smoky gray clear plastic for the windows and the windshield there. As far as that, not much detail. And again, just like if you look at like this, like, wow, that looks really nice. The paint is really nice. But then it's like, oh God, the color matching is awful. Anyways, you get some light blue for the lights there. There's the front of the vehicle. You get some light blue again there. You get the grille there. Looks pretty nice. And you know, as far as the vehicle mode, there's some red paint on the taillights, which is very cool. As far as like a vehicle mode, I think it's very cool looking. It almost has this sort of like intakes here on the back. And it's very different from kind of the Bumblebee that we've seen from Cyberverse or other lines. So as far as like a vehicle mode, it's cool. It's just too bad that they couldn't match the colors better. So anyways, let's get this guy transformed, see what he's like in his robot mode. Okay, here we have Bumblebee all transformed into his robot mode. And you will note a couple differences actually between the releases of the Hasbro and the Takara Tomy. So getting up close on the head sculpt, I think most of it comes right around this section. I believe the Hasbro release, the face was painted silver. As the Takara Tomy release, you can see it is painted white. The eyes are the same. I think there's a little bit more detail on the crest of the figure. I don't think this was painted on the Hasbro release, nor was this part black on the Hasbro release at all. So a little bit of changes in the head sculpt, and also the Autobot logo is a little bit smaller on the Takara Tomy release. I think on the Hasbro release it was a little bit more prominent on the chest, but for the most part, yeah. So just those two changes. If you guys know of any more changes, please let me know. I do not have the Hasbro release for comparison, but I did look at some images, and it looks to be the face paint is white, and also a little bit more detail on the helmet. But anyways, yeah, a very cool looking head sculpt. And not a bad robot mode. I really do like the silhouette, how his wings kind of go out like that. You know, a little bit chunky on the upper body, and a little bit skinny on the lower body. So, but yeah, it's not bad. So anyways, looking up close, you do get the you know, front of the car parts hanging off his shoulders. You see his arms there, his hands done in sort of a dark gray plastic there. Get some nice detail on the waist. Again, really nice yellow paint. I just love, you know, if it was just this yellow paint, it would look really nice. Again, you see that mismatched colored in robot mode as well. Going down the legs, you see the back of the vehicle there. You see some little bit of sculpt work on the legs there, and a little bit of detail, a little bit of paint, black paint on his feet. So yeah, for the most part, that is how he looks. That's how he looks from the back. He doesn't have much of a backpack. It is nice because it plugs in really secure. So it does have a very tight backpack, nothing much hanging off the back. So anyways, for a quick comparison, bringing in Sunstreaker for the mismatched color duo here. There he is compared to Sunstreaker. Obviously, he's a little bit taller, but just a quick comparison there with Sunstreaker. So let's pause and get into Bumblebee's articulation. All right, articulation for Deluxe Class Earthspark Bumblebee is as follows. His head is on a ball joint, and it does not really move that much. A little bit side to side, up and down, but it can go the full 360. Actually, sorry, it's not a ball joint. It's on a swivel joint there, so you really don't get so much articulation on the head. The shoulders, again, they're on ball joints right there, so you do get a full range of motion on the shoulder there, which is very nice. So that goes all the way around. And then on the upper, it is on a hinge joint right there, so you do get the arm that goes up, up and down like that. So there's nothing really at the and there's a ball joint at the elbow, so there's no rotation really at the upper bicep, but there's a full 360 on the elbow, and it has a 90 degree at the elbow there. And his hands go out for articulation. There's nothing at the wrist, no wrist articulation at all. So you do get some nice posability with the shoulders, although they are a bit bulky and they can be a bit cumbersome there. There is no waist articulation, which is unfortunate because of the backpack and just the way this guy is made. This is all just one molded piece here, so a little bit unfortunate there. Again, he can't really kick back because of the backpack, but he can kick forward pretty, about 90 degrees. So really not a lot of articulation on the legs. He can do about 90 degrees, a little bit more on the knee, which is nice knee bend there. He has a little bit of, he has a ball joint at the hips, so you get a little bit of movement at the hips. You do get a knee swivel there, and you get some nice rotation at the feet. You get the ankle rocker joint, and also front and back articulation. So I'd say his feet and his legs are most articulated, where his shoulders and arms are really not so much articulated. So anyways, that is his articulation. And his weapon, it does have the 5mm post there, so it can be plugged in right like that, which is very cool. And it does look like, again, like an extension of his arm, like he just transformed and using that as his gun. A very curious, very interesting blaster here. Again, I still think it either looks like a head or like a spaceship. I mean, it's pretty cool. So anyways, you can have that in his hand. It's a very tight fit. As far as weapon storage, you can put that, again, you have the two little slots on the back, so you can just plug that in on the back and have weapon storage on the back like that. And yeah, his shoulders tend to get all sorts of, as that falls off, putting that off the side, his shoulders do get sort of disoriented very easily. And it's kind of up to you how you want to display him. You can have him up like that, have his shoulders down like that. Also the wings that are articulated, so you can have them just facing back. If you want more like of a clean look, you can have it kind of like that. Personally, I like to have them sort of splayed out like that, and it does create a very nice silhouette. And just kind of adjusting things here, getting him back into a neutral pose. So yeah, not bad. Okay, so some final thoughts for Transformers Earthspark Deluxe class Bumblebee from Takara Tomy. This figure is just okay. The robot mode is pretty cool. I really do like the design. I like the silhouette. It's actually very highly posable. The articulation is there. Sans the waist swivel, which is unfortunate, but just because of the design, you couldn't really have a waist swivel. But yeah, he's highly posable, nice articulation. He does have some nice detail. I do like how they did a little bit more detail on the head sculpt compared to the Hasbro version. But overall, yeah, it's just okay for me. I'm not really going to collect this figure or this line so much. I just thought because it was released today here in Japan that I would give you guys a quick first look at it. And the vehicle mode is pretty nice too. I do like the vehicle mode design. But again, that color matching, that Sunstreaker syndrome just really kills it for me. And it's really unfortunate they couldn't have done a little bit better job at the color matching between the paint and the plastic. So anyways, this has been the Transformers review for Earthspark Deluxe class Bumblebee, the Takara Tomy release, just released today, October 28th, here in Japan. This has been Matt in Japan. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, hit that notification bell for more great content. As he comes around, one last shot of Bumblebee. There he is. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.